Hey there, Matrix collective of twin flame soulmates and conjured beings, which are tulpas, okay? Hi, how are you? Welcome to my channel. Usually I forget to say all this. I'm trying to get better, okay, you guys? Just forgive me. Of course, I'm happy. I practice law of assumption. Excuse me, it feels like I got a little hair. And I've studied the narcissistic personality disorder, and I am definitely an advocate of that. Please learn what that is. Just look it up. You're very intelligent and you deserve to understand there's no mysteries and secrets in life about psychology, alchemy, the Seven Sacred Flames book. Order it, mslpublishing.com. I'm not affiliated. Hopefully one day I will be. Let's see what else. So I was reading in one of my favorite books, okay, that I live by. Okay, Sylvia Browne is my top mentor, my first mentor. Of course, I've never met her, but I'm saying she mentored me through all her books as a famous psychic, world-renowned psychic and author and CEO and entrepreneur and philanthropist. So she is a good example for me. Okay, so if you want to ascend, okay, and if you want to understand the twin flame journey, I'm the person to come to, one of the billions. One of the people out of the, I should say, I think we almost have, 9 billion people on our Earth planet. Anyways, I was reading about the chapter marriage and families. And so this is going to be hard to hear, but you know me, I'm forthright, direct. Because why? Because in order for me to ascend, I put my ascension first. I'm going to teach you this straight out truth, no matter if it hurts you, whatever, because I don't want to pay karma, as you know, if you've been with me for all these years, okay? And thank you for my new subscribers. Thank you for my old subscriber tribe family for sticking with me. And thank you for my own family and the future soul subscribers. Because as you know, they can access my videos or your videos or anyone's data at any time, because there's not a such thing as time. So, okay. So it goes on to say that we're poly on the other side. See how I do that? And it says on page 142 of this book, order it, buy it, eBay or wherever is cheapest or best for you. It says, I've had enough family drama and enough marriages that I'm happy to announce that there is no marriage on the other side. Interjection, thank God. I'm so glad, aren't you? From the ones who've been so done wrong, Okay. Nor are there families by the earthly limits of the word. And when you really think about it, I don't believe you'll be too unhappy about it either. I agree. And she's being funny, she's got a great, she has master's degrees and, and she's helped thousands of people and she past life regress, which get this book about past life regression, because y'all need to know about your past lives, because it's why this life is the way it is. And you have all your missions and tests and stuff you're going through, good and bad. Okay. So, and then she goes on to say, on earth, we define our families as those people with whom we share a common lineage. Let me hold this up. On the other side, we recognize that we all share a common lineage to God, which makes us all, quote, family, end quote. Not only does that give us an inherent respect for and sense of, responsibility to each other, but it also gives us the freedom, underline freedom, true freedom, not the false demonic, psychopathic, narcissistic freedom, okay? The true, free, loving, wise freedom version, okay? Gives us the freedom to form our own groups of intimate companions. Intimate. That means it doesn't matter who you want to be intimate with, okay? Because on the other side, we can make ourselves look like a male or a female energy, okay? So whoever you want to be intimate with, you can, okay? Mother, Father, God want you to know that. They want you to know that, okay? All right. So it says, but it also gives us the freedom to form our own groups of intimate companions based on preference, mutual interests, and past life connections without the burden of genetic obligation that can cause so much resentment and forced intimacy here. Okay, and then she goes on to say blah, blah, blah. But I just wanted to tell you about that. So you have to understand, if you want to ascend and if you want to become an ascended master, you're going to have to understand all this stuff. It has to be straightened out, clear in your heart, because there's brain cells on your heart, literally. You can look that up. And there's brain cells here, of course, in your brain. And there's brain cells on your stomach, okay? So those brain cells and all of your cells have to line up with how to ascend. And how to ascend is to know the truths, plural. There's lots of higher truths, there's lower truths, there's, in between truths. But the thing is, like what I teach, I am a teacher, I am a shaman, a Lemurian Huna, Dragon Master shaman, and of House of Huna, HOH.earth. If you're interested in that, and tell them I sent you. Say, HUNALEAH Black Dragon sent me from my channel, Gold Shaman Mermaid Black Dragon. But anyways, in order to ascend, you have to understand that we're poly on the other side, that there's no marriage. And I'm sorry if that hurts you. I know it, when I first read that like a whole bunch of years ago, I was like so hurt because I was not as spiritually and gnostically leveled up in understanding as I am now. So now I'm like, yay, because on the other planets or in the inner cities of balance, light cities in our planet and other planets, they just have high priests and high priestesses, okay, females and males, that preside over all the people of that planet or city. And if you want to bond marriage, which is poly, with one person or more, you can. It's like the Vikings did hand fasting. They understood that, obviously. Somehow they understood it. And Vikings are very shamanic, by the way. Every culture is really shamanic, by the way. They just, fall away and get into bad shit. But you got to get your free will choices and your mind straight, your mind in your heart, your mind in your tummy, and your mind in your brain. And you've got to know we're all poly on the other side. There's no marriage, excuse me. And in the inner light cities, like Earth has inner light cities, and some inner cities are evil, okay? I'm not talking about that. Those very few cities that are evil, okay? Okay, if you know, you know. Green scaly things and white scaly things, okay, yeah. Go watch David Wilcock channel and Corey Good channel. And go watch Morgue Official channel, MORGUE official channel, okay? Because if you want to ascend, you're going to have to understand and agree with this book, all of Sylvia Browne's books, about past lives, Sylvia Browne's book. You're going to have to understand all those ancient books and these books, okay? And you're going to have to want to become a psychic and a paranormal investigator. Not that you have to do paranormal, but you have to believe that if you want to ascend. So I'm going to end it here because I want to keep this short. So I know you understand because you guys are intelligent. And I believe in you. I know there's no mysteries that you cannot and should not understand. The Mother, Father, God, which we say First Light Ma as Hunas, Lemurian Hunas, they want you to know there's no mysteries, there's no secrets that you should not understand at any age or stage that you're going through. And the Mother, Father love you so much, and they want you to go within and master yourself so you can be that abundant, gifted person that in the 3D, it looks like, wow, I've got great credit, or I'm building credit, or wow, I see all the red flag men and women in relationships and free will choices I used to make or they make to me and my family or friends or whatever. So when you're abundant and gifted and you're going to ascend, you're going to be psychic, you're going to be an exorcist, you're going to see ghosts. You're going to help them cross over. You're going to help the world by making good free will choices for yourself and your family. You're going to love yourself and protect yourself. And you're going to teach that to your children and grandchildren and everyone by example, right? But that's how you ascend, and that's how you become an ascended master. Now that's separate, because you can ascend and never become an ascended master because that's not one of your goals. That's one of my goals personally. So But anyways, we all have different spiritual goals and why we are here, okay? And just know all your past lives determine your current life. So all your effed up past life free will choices you made, yeah, this is why you're learning these lessons in this life. Applies to me, you, everyone we love. And so just forgive all the Lokis, as I call them. I have a lot of past lives as in Viking lives. So I have my DNA in that with the white marker out of Finland. Yes. Get your DNA professionally done by reputable laboratories. Like the one I can refer you to and tell them I referred you, please, is crigenetics.com. And I would get like a Black Friday sale or some kind of sale and call them. They're out of the UK. And they say right on the front of their website that 23andMe has been sued forever and they've been doing wrong things. And that is why, they said this on their website in 2023. But I talked to the owner himself and he's like, yeah, don't go with them because they're doing wrong things and being sued. And then like a year later, or I think it was next few months later or something, or a year later, all those CEOs left the 23andMe, because of all the wrongs they were. Well, the owner told me of CRI Genetics that, yes, they've been sued so many times because they have told people they have all these genetics, and then they came to us and got their genetics done. And then we're like, no, you don't even have those genetics. They're making that up. Here's the evidence. And then they sued them. So, with me, lies, okay? Lies in the knots. You got to know all the knots, like what love is not, what wisdom is not, what sex is not, what marriage is not, what a relationship is not, what is a mother, father, son, daughter, brother, sister is not, grandparents not, step-parents not, right? What religion is not, what Gnostic is not. You got to know all the knots, and then you got to know all the lies that you believe and taught yourself from past lives and this life, and what your family and friends and society and people and things lied about and taught you. So you got to know all the lies, okay, in order to master yourself, in order to ascend yourself or become an ascended master. But anyways, as an ascended master, you're going to be psychic, so you'll be born that way. You're going to be an exorcist. You're going to be a healer. You're going to be abundant. You'll have good or to great credit. You'll be wealthy with money or finances, or, and wisdom, of course. And your free will choices are always going to be balanced and doing what's right 24/7, 365, no matter who hurts you or abuses you, okay? Your free will choices will never be lower energy, which means abuse or crimes. So no, if you commit crimes to yourself and others, you will never ascend, and you'll get the same experiences until you stop doing that, or you'll become a dark entity. You'll go to prison and jail all the time because you're going to be caught for your crimes eventually, and you're going to be miserable. But if you want to ascend, you're not going to be a criminal. Yeah, you can make mistakes and be framed. Like some of us are framed in our lives. I've been framed many times in this life, my past lives. I've been killed many times by many different brothers and sisters, which I call Lokis, okay? In past lives. And all my psychics have told me that many times in many readings. And it's just how it is. But anyways, I love you. This is enough energy. Yeah, this is enough information. So I hope this helps someone. That's it. I love you, and I'll see you again. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, much love. Namaste. Wawa Nui. This is HUNALEAHBLACKDRAGON out. Bye, 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 bye. I got that from the Shaun of the Dead actress, the blonde one. I just love her character in that movie. Go watch Shaun of the Dead. It's such a funny movie. It's a comedy zombie movie. My favorite. All right, take care. Bye, 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 bye.